Hey folks, Chris here. Say thank you to our fine Patreon folks. So let's get to that list. We have Taylor, Drowrin, Miles, Randy, Yam, Colby, Thomas, Randy G, Laszlo, Hovo, H-O-V-O, Jeremy, Ben, and Garth. Thank you guys again for your continued support. And if you want to join our Patreon, well, check out the show notes. And also check out the show notes for the contest that we're running, which is going to end next Friday. So the 25th is the last day to enter. And we're going to give the details on the following week of who won. And then we'll get you set up with everything with the folks at ArcDream. And yeah, that's all I got. Hope you guys enjoy this episode. Later. Now, I thank you all for joining us here. Just know that we're doing everything we can to look into the backstory of these FBI agents. We're gathering the dirt. We're getting the phone numbers. We're getting their loved ones. We're going to make sure that whatever they try to dig into, they meet a stone wall. Now, you just keep doing what you're doing, and we're going to be just fine. They ain't going to stop us. There ain't no way they can stop us now.
We're back.
Hey.
We're back.
Yellow.
Back again.
I'm back.
Tell a friend? Is that how that goes? I don't remember. It's been a long time since I've listened to Marshall Mathers.
I just got back from a week-long vacation. Last night.
There you go.
I'm
Nice.
extremely unprepared, equipment-wise.
So I'm going to say your arms were tired, but...
Yeah, but
Just
I
flew in.
drove. Yeah.
Are
So
you recharged?
Yeah.
I do feel recharged.
That's
yeah.
good. Where'd you go?
Battery.
Yosemite.
Nice.
Yeah. Emily and I went to that area in California, and Yosemite's an hour and a half away. So we spent a couple days there, and it was awesome. And it is late September, so it was still pretty crowded, but it wasn't anything insane.
Nice.
Yeah. There are big rocks over there.
I bet.
Cool.
Yeah.
Big ass rocks over
Did you meet a gentleman named Sam?
there. No.
Okay.
Who's...
Yosemite Sam.
Yeah. I was gonna. I thought
Nope.
Damn.
So close. So close.
I'm too young for that. I'm
Fucking
sorry.
stupid.
What?
You are, yeah.
Is that the age gap? Those few years between us?
I think so,
That's
yeah.
the age gap?
Growing up watching a lot of Looney Tunes versus not. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I was definitely on the Looney Tunes train.
Yeah, I watched a little bit of it. I always liked Young Looney Tunes or whatever it was.
Oh, yep. Yeah.
I was always
Those,
a fan of that, but...
Yeah.
Oh,
those
well.
are good.
Are you cringing, Jake?
Yosemite Sam. Yeah. God, you guys.
These
Get me back on the
boomers.
TikTok. What the fuck are you guys talking about? Yosemite is the same as the guy with the mustache and the
Yeah, the back off with the
Yeah.
guns.
Yeah, yeah,
The rootin' tootin' cowboy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Never
this
gets
guy.
the upper hand.
Yeah, I like that guy. I was more of a what's the
Ed, Ed, and Eddie.
That was a good show.
That was a good show.
No, I was more into the monster.
All real monsters?
No, you guys stop. Jesus Christ. The monster that would antagonize Bugs Bunny. The big red.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. If you guys would just
I
let me
don't remember
fucking
that.
talk.
Yeah, we
I figured that's who you were going with. I will call you George. That guy.
I don't know who that is
Yeah,
either.
that was the guy, like the big red monster.
That was the
Yeah.
original
Grab him up
monster.
and, like,
He
hit his
talked?
head. Yeah.
There was two. No,
Oh.
there's one.
Wow, I didn't know the guy actually had a name. I just knew it was
Yeah, it was something weird, right?
Gossamer.
Show
Yeah.
me.
Gossamer. That's terrifying.
Oh my god! Like I
Yeah,
honestly
I remember
barely
the big
seen
red.
that
I
guy.
just thought he was
Yeah.
a big red monster guy.
I just did. Do you guys remember him talking?
That's kind of
Yeah.
terrifying.
He
Oh,
talked.
I don't.
Pretty sure that
I
was a
just
fever
remember
dream.
him like creeping around.
I'm pretty sure a couple times he catches him, like pets him on the head, and like his head like twangs. Like,
Call
one
him
of his head
George.
twangs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like this is one of those things where I'm in a dream right now, and in the
Same.
dream
I feel
dialogue, they said there's a
crazy.
red monster that antagonizes Bugs Bunny, and in the dream self, I accept it, like, oh yeah, sure, I guess that exists, and then I'll wake up and be like, what the fuck? Why did I believe that? That doesn't exist.
I mean, it definitely does. All right, let's play the game.
Yeah, let's play it
Oh,
again.
yeah.
Let's play the game.
No.
We haven't seen each other in a while, guys.
Yeah,
So-
exactly. We have enough bant for like 3 eps.
Yeah.
First order game business that I didn't want to forget and I
Okay,
actually had to look
Tyler.
up.
Okay.
Are we upgrading our skills right now? Anything we failed?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
Okay.
Because the only thing I have failed is a stealth, and I look it up. According to my book, it's 1d4.
Yeah.
Some of the
Cool.
other rules are
Go ahead and do 1d4. I like it. I almost like doing
2 on my computer.
like every day in game because
like
you
that.
guys
Yeah, that's fine.
just finished I think day 1,
Yeah.
Yeah.
which long
oh,
as
I
day
believe.
1.
Well,
It might have been day 2.
I think it's day. Maybe it is day.
I think it's
It's 2.
day 1.
Well, I thought we finished day 1. We had a very productive day 1. I thought
Yeah,
we
this is day
slept.
2 because
We did-
I was supposed.
did-
That's why we
Okay.
called the place back,
Okay,
and then
okay.
that's how we figured. We looked up the
That's
number before
right,
we called
that's
it, and that's
right.
how we figured out it went to
Yeah.
somebody in Druid Hills.
And when
I
we-
didn't say Druid Glen.
Nice. Good job.
We bugged the place. Cody bugged the place, and then we tried talking to the number of what was registered to that school, and it was a local lady with a funny name.
It is Thursday.
Dalrymple.
Dalrymple. The only things we've done today are go to Dalrymple's house.
Yes.
We talked with her.
No, we tried.
No, we talked with this kid, the lady whose kid went there. We talked with the lady whose kid went there,
Yep.
and there was no photos of him in
Solomon
the
and
house.
Judah.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that was the day
yeah.
before because this day we've only gone to Dalrymple's house. We tried to call, and we heard a phone ringing inside her
Yeah, we're
house.
Jimmy Buffett.
Yeah, that's right. It was Jimmy Buffett. Jimmy Buffett ringtone, and then one of the security fuckers came by, tried to get us
Harassed
tried to come to the precinct, and I was like, "Are
We also
you?"
talked with a neighbor, and he like closed the door on us. Was that the same day, or was that
That was
the
the day before.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
you
let's just pull
guys
it together.
let's to just fully recap. You guys have been tasked by Delta Green to look for this kid named Henry Venable.
Yep.
The family is like, oh yeah, dude, we shipped him off to this boarding school in Michigan,
Yes.
It was for
Grand
his own
Malkin.
good.
Gray Malcolm. The parents passed away in a car crash like 3 months prior. You guys determined through a couple days of investigation, pretty good investigation, that the school doesn't exist. You guys, with that, you went and talked to Abigail Venable, Henry's sister, who is alive
Real
at
piece of work.
their big ass mansion called Stonehenge.
That shitty funeral director guy.
The funeral director guy, you met him, and then you guys were like, let's investigate the school. You did some school investigations. Then you went and talked to one of the parents who you would assume, like just math-wise, if their kid didn't get held back, you would assume like, oh, these people, their kid should have graduated this last year. So you went and talked to him. It was a woman named Judah. I forget her last name. And then you realized that there was no pictures of the kid, and then she was like pretty nervous.
Yeah, she said that he was in Europe with his fiance.
Girlfriend.
Yeah, girlfriend,
fiance.
fiance.
Straight to traveling right afterwards.
Traveling right after high school.
Yeah.
Which is legitimately what I did. I didn't
Oh, yeah.
backpack through Europe, but I
That's
I
fair.
left immediately. So like, you know, it could happen. And then you guys went and talked to another guy who was like, nope, no, you're not getting anything out of me. I'm just going to shut the fucking door in your face.
He was gonna like go for a bike ride or
Leonidas.
something.
Yeah, the
the
biker, but
kids-
not in like a cool way.
Yeah.
Yeah, bicyclist.
Bicyclist.
And he
Yeah.
was in
Cyclist.
he was an older, bigger guy in like blue spandex and like a bike
Yeah.
helmet. You know what I mean? From there, you guys, I think that's when you were accosted by the. Oh no, it was.
No,
after
we
that,
ended this because the guy came up and was trying to
Yeah.
like get us to go to the precinct.
Yeah,
And
but
we-
that was after you guys
Right.
went to the
Yeah,
number
so
that was
we got
attached to the.
we got
house.
the first time we interacted with the security was at the Venable house.
Mm-hmm.
Then we did a bunch of research, and now it's the second time, a new day.
And it's a different cop, right?
Different cop.
Wasn't
Different
the same
cop,
guy.
Yeah, and they're fully decked out, and they're driving a car that says Druid Hills Watch
Right.
Patrol, and they are fully dressed in their police officer equipment.
But we found out he wasn't on duty.
Yeah,
so that was
I
our
pressed
like,
him
no,
on
we're
that.
not fucking. Also,
yeah.
I looked
Good
it
move,
up.
Tyler.
The FBI does not have to inform
Okay,
They do not have to inform a local enforcement.
Cool.
I was Googling it because I was like, our guys would know this.
We did go
Right,
back and
So I started like
re-listening.
Googling it.
We
So,
weren't sure.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'm going to be on a fucking search list now, so y'all welcome.
Yeah.
Also, question: are the neighborhood watch vehicles? Are they like Priuses with like the print on them that says "watch"?
No, it looks
I feel
like
they're like Explorers.
like a Ford Explorer,
Yeah.
like a 2023 Ford Explorer
Does that have,
with
like, light rack?
a little bit different light rack that doesn't, because like
It doesn't do red and blue.
The red and blue is illegal. It's like fully illegal. So maybe it does like yellow or like white.
exactly.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
I knew a guy
Yeah.
who did that and pulled people over.
Oh shit!
He
No.
did like a fucking Audi. And
What?
he put a light bar in his car and pulled people over.
That's so
That
fucking
seems like
good.
serious?
A really good way to go to prison
Yeah.
for a long time.
I don't know how he didn't, but
I think that sounds like a really fun prank until you accidentally do it to a cop.
Yeah.
So wait, who did he pull over? Like his friends or something?
No, he'd drive down the freeway,
Yeah.
and he would just like randomly just get behind people and flip the lights
And-
on,
yeah.
and then pull them over and like sit for a couple minutes and just take off and drive.
Welcome to your bad decision of the day.
No
So
way.
my dad had a motorcycle that looked pretty official, but he had the white oscillating light for visibility, like for
Right,
safety
yeah.
reasons. But it's white, so every other day or so, someone would like pull over in front of him. But he's like, it's not my fault that they're dumb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like, you don't have to pull over if it's white and oscillating. It's just anyway. So
Well,
it
yeah.
happened to him all the time, and he got cussed out all the time.
That's hilarious. Okay.
Yeah, I don't remember where we
Are we
Yeah.
outside?
Well,
of,
we're-
I think
we're-
we're
you're
leaving.
summarizing.
We ended with
No,
us
in
going.
the
We're
summary, I don't remember.
I
where
think
we
we're
left
good.
off.
We
Oh.
got everything we need.
Yeah,
I think so.
I asked about
Well,
the
yeah.
vehicles.
Yeah.
And then you guys broke into the Venable house.
Oh, yes.
And,
Well,
yeah.
I
So
went
we're
big snake.
definitely not
Okay.
finished with
and
the
found a corpse boy or something.
We don't know.
Yep.
Well,
he
weird smelling room with a
smelled
boy.
like rot and death, is what
Yeah,
Jake said.
and
Right.
I saw a kid facing a TV.
Playing Xbox.
Right.
playing
Minecraft.
Minecraft on his Xbox,
Like-
wearing a headset.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he was wearing you could tell maybe like a t-shirt and like cargo shorts.
Yeah, and it smelled like death, like
Yes.
like molding human decay.
Yeah. And then you noticed that the room was super trashy. There were like bits of food, like meat around it, and stuff like that. So, but yeah. And then you guys woke up and were like, "I'm gonna fucking bust this Melinda Dalrymple bitch."
Dalrymple.
And you found out that that's who the Grey Malkin phone was going to, and you realized that
it was
she
a forwarded number to a cell phone that was in her possession.
lived in Druid Hills and was just going to completely ignore you guys.
Yeah.
And then that's when you guys were harassed by
Yeah.
that
They
dude.
tried to get us to go to the precinct, and we're like, "Nah, we're good."
talk to-
Because we were told by our, not our handler, but
Right.
the guy that I work with, to
don't
fuck with the police.
Yeah.
I think
So
the
maybe-
handler also mentioned try to keep.
They might have.
Yeah, he said don't ruffle feathers. So we'll maybe say that the Druid Hills Watch Patrol, he wasn't like, yeah, you guys, but he did want you to come down and speak with the
And
captain.
he was
Captain
pressing it
Peters.
until I was like, "Are you acting as a cop
Yeah.
right now?"
Some
and he's
good,
like,
like-
"No,
Quick YouTube free patriot stuff.
Yeah.
Am I being detained?
I have a quick question. When Ocelot broke in, you said that there was plates of food in the room, but just now you said there was like meat. Which one is it?
Well,
Well,
meat is food.
Yeah.
But is it specifically just plates of meat?
There's beef
I
jerky.
mean,
I mean,
yeah.
because it could have been anything. It could have been like plates of other things that are on the plate, but specifically meat. I feel like is a okay.
Yeah, so far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then just, while that's up, like, did it smell like big ol' like a wasted apart poop and stuff, or was it like actually like decaying flesh, like literally, the smell of a rotting corpse? Like, which one was it? What?
Cody did that right as I took a sip. He was like, big old piece of poop. It
Someone
does
making
not-
soup.
It's never not.
Yeah, it doesn't smell like poop, but from what you can tell, you're not like. It doesn't like smell like human waste.
Okay.
It smells like maybe something died.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Fair.
But which I mean is like
Yeah.
kind of the same.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't.
There's some dead rats in there.
I don't fully know.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
I've smelled like a dead like possum, but maybe there's some poop in there.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Maybe. Yeah. It's very important that I know.
Skid marks.
Yeah. Sounds good. I kind of wanted to recap on
Death
that.
is crazy.
Yeah.
That is crazy. Do you know your body just wants to defecate after you die? 'Cause
No.
there's more
Just
muscles?
get it out, dude.
Yeah, it's just
There's
like
nothing keeping it in.
there's nothing keeping it in. No more sphincter muscles.
So
So, it's
that's
just like bleh.
That's what I'm saying. Is like it could all just be.
Could all be just one thing.
But it doesn't smell like this kid's just been like shitting and pissing in.
Right.
piss drawer.
Okay. Fair.
Yeah. Which now that I think about it, like I guess that is probably your question. And like, is the
Basically.
kid just like shitting in here? Or he's
Is there just,
Okay.
is there just water bottles of piss?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Was it?
Just a
it
bunch
was
of yellow
on
jugs.
this podcast where we talked about like a shit closet, right?
I
Shit drawer.
Which podcast are you talking about?
Like,
I lived with a guy who
your
would-
buddy's buddy. We were editing this because we didn't edit it out the fucking first time.
He was a shit sleeper.
Yeah, that's
and
what
when
it
he
was.
left, they found all of his dirty shit covered underwear.
Oh, I remember
That's
that.
what it was. That's what
I
it was. That's
remember
what it was.
that.
That's what it was.
No.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys remember?
I
I
remember
remember.
that
I
now.
would've- yeah, I
I
would've-
took it out of my brain because I was like,
Yeah,
I don't need this information
I can't.
anymore.
It's not.
I
It's not like
scrubbed that
that.
one.
It's not like
Yeah,
that.
it's not like that. Okay, cool.
Not like
Thanks.
that with the finger whack. He did a finger whack
Yeah,
with that.
if it was that, he'd be playing a fucking GameCube.
Yeah.
what he
Oh,
was done.
come
It's
on,
not
Chris. leave our Super Smash Brother tournament.
No, he wasn't playing that. He
Out of
liked, he
this.
liked to play
Yeah.
Need for Speed.
Yeah. Okay.
And I'm bummed I gave him the GameCube I have because the GameCube that we brought doesn't work.
Sad.
That's a bummer.
It is.
All right. Okay.
Oh, sorry.
We haven't hung out in a month.
I know.
That's tough.
We're hype.
All right. So yeah, we can pretty much just leave off there. You guys are pretty much like giving the guy the verbal middle finger of like, I'm not fucking following you, so just go fuck off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't gotta.
And right now I believe we asked our handler to try to find get us a warrant.
Get a search warrant.
Yeah. So basically, we're just waiting on that.
I will say that you guys, there has been a lot of stuff. I would just encourage you guys to check your notes and go back. There's a lot of stuff that you guys, people, places, and things that you guys have met and seen and experienced and heard about
Yeah, we got
that kind of went, okay, cool, and then put that to the side, which is totally okay. You guys
the
went
lawyers
pretty
or
hard.
stuff like that. Yeah, we probably should look into the lawyers and the family.
You guys went
all
pretty
that.
hard on
The school.
the school, which is
did.
completely understandable. But there is several other leads to
Yeah.
look at. So.
The funeral home or whatever, right? Isn't that one of them? Like the person who runs the yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and his name was Jeremiah Ashcott, and you met him at Stonehenge.
Yeah.
And he basically, when you were talking to Abigail and you were kind of you weren't pressing her, but the more you talked to her, he kind of ended that conversation.
He came in to save it so that nothing incriminating was said. That's what it felt like to my character. Was like, we're just ending this now before anything gets out. Because Abigail probably isn't well versed in how to deal with this stuff.
It did seem like he kind of dismissed her from your guys'
absolutely.
conversation.
And it's her house.
Right.
Like,
Right. Oh, there's
And-
also like the white supremacist org like that we've seen a lot of
Yeah.
ties to that we could try to infiltrate more.
I mean, I could give him a call. I have their business card.
Right. It's
sounds like something your character would do.
yeah.
Hey, just because he once was a cop doesn't mean he's still a white supremacist.
Oh, yeah, that's how we think in Seattle.
Bing bong.
Something about forces? I don't remember what the whole words are, but some of those work forces.
Oh, yeah.
Save
yeah,
the burn
yeah.
crosses.
Something like that, yeah.
I don't know why this is, but at some point in my notes, I wrote old white woman with hats.
Wow.
That was it in the room. They were like all dressed up like not necessarily like Kentucky Derby ball, but they were definitely
you got
having
it.
some sort of function, and they had like fancy hats.
That was called the Druid Hills Excellency
Yes.
Foundation,
Excellency
which
Foundation.
is a like philanthropic organization for the women in the community, and you figure it's probably for them to gossip.
It's like those old ladies who wear purple hats.
right?
Yeah, that-
Yes. You guys obviously watch Gilmore Girls, right?
No.
I
Yes.
did not, but you did profile me correctly in that way, and
Okay.
I it's okay, but I have never seen an episode.
Just think, like Lorelei's grandma.
I don't know who that is, but okay.
Yeah, we get it.
I got you.
I don't.
no,
You would love that show, dude.
Would I?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
yeah. You should really give it a shot.
I feel like I would love it too. I just
don't
didn't
know
get
what
into
you
it.
love.
The fuck up.
Don't tell me.
I wanted him to waste an hour of his life.
Oh
Be
my
like, I don't like this.
Prank.
fucking
I've already
show.
done that.
Pranked.
I was more
Gotcha.
of like a X Files and Charmed watcher in TV.
Yeah,
and
Buffy.
like Buffy, yeah, and Gilmore Girls was like not any of those, so I didn't.
I would, when I was in 6th grade, home alone in the summers, because I didn't have any fucking friends or hobbies, I would watch what was on TV, and that was Gilmore Girls and game shows.
In autumn.
I tried watching Dawson's Creek when it first came out, and I was like, yeah, I'm not the target audience.
Yeah, this isn't for me.
It's not.
Was Dawson okay?
I think so. The creek's okay. I know that part.
Okay. That's all I care.
Was Dawson a character or a location?
I don't fucking know.
I don't
Well, you watched it.
I don't remember
No,
anything. I gave James Vanderbeek.
I know, yeah.
Just because of the Vander.
So yeah, what are you guys thinking?
That's a good question.
I think we should start looking into like. I think even Agent Oak would be like, well, we got. I think we probably should lay off this area for a little bit, let the heat die down. Would be the most smart.
It's a good idea. I think we exhausted ourselves here without a warrant.
Yeah, them folks are going to be watching us quite a bit now. So let's go through what we got that we can look into on the computer or maybe visit. We got the
law firm.
Got the law firm we can take a look into.
And the funeral house.
And the funeral house is definitely something we can. Well, that's not necessarily in Druid Hills, right?
Yeah.
It's in the neighborhood.
It is.
Okay.
One thing that I did want to also hit in the recap is your Agent Oak did a lot of research on the history of the community.
Yeah, it's tied to white supremacy.
Right.
Like the two brothers started it.
Yeah.
The area.
Just
they
wanted
were
to
part of the KKK.
Refresh that.
I think one of the brothers started the KKK.
he
helped
revived it.
Revived it.
Yeah.
With the minister.
Yeah, and that was Samuel.
Samuel
Yes.
and William.
That's probably a good. We probably would prioritize that. I feel like there's too many ties to that.
Yeah, to even add to it, one thing that you would have found in this research is as you're going through the history of the community, maybe you pull up, and I should have you succeeded in your role. This is just something I forgot.
That's all good.
When you you're pulling up these documents for the community and you see these housing contracts and there's language in there that after 1964 is just completely illegal. After the Civil Rights Act is just completely illegal. You can essentially only sell a home to a white owner.
Makes sense.
Which is obviously completely unenforceable, but to this day you notice that every contract of sale has that stipulation.
I wish I'd been a different character so then I could make a reference to body count. But I can't because my character wouldn't know who Body Count is.
I don't know who Body Count is.
Yes, you do. It's Ice-T's rock group.
But I mean, it's your character, so. But
I know, but I know she wouldn't know who Body Count.
Maybe she does.
She wouldn't know the song KKK Bitch, which I think everybody should go listen to because it's fucking ridiculous.
Does anyone
Agent Oak wouldn't know that.
That album's great.
I just picture Agent Oak as Chris in a dress. Is
Yeah,
that
yeah,
too far off, though?
awesome.
I think she's different. I don't have a snake,
I mean,
but
if you...
I mean, you do kind of on your team. But,
I thought you were making a dick joke.
Yeah, dude, I thought you were too.
Oh, no,
pretty good. Yeah, Chris has got a hog. Right? Yeah. All right. Okay, guys.
all right, serious.
Wrap it up.
Yeah, so I think that would be the two big things. Yeah, I think if we bring up the white supremacy, that's something we'd want to look at. But yeah, I think that would just be Agent Oak's thing. It's like we got these things we can look at if we want to check out the funeral home, maybe poke around there a little bit more.
We could press the funeral home director. It was a little weird the other day.
Here's the thing, though. We're going to be within the confines of this neighborhood. The Druid Hills, they're going to be watching us.
Fair point.
Yeah.
They also mentioned there was a place in town where they were selling some of the meat and everything that they bought, all the prosciutto and everything they bought from too.
There's like a church or a place that
so
they
they've told you that the name of the charcuterie company is called Gate City Charcuterie. You haven't seen a building around that.
Gotcha. Okay. I didn't know if it had like it's
like operated out of
brick and
somebody's
mortar
house?
shop. We don't know.
We don't know.
I don't know. Yeah.
And so I don't know if that's something we want to look at. There's that area there, but I think mainly we want to focus on. If we want to do the funeral home. That's a good idea. I don't know how much of the white supremacy angle we could look into. If you want to contact them cops, talk with them. We can go that route as well. See, tell them that you're interested in joining their ranks or however that goes, and then we can look at the law firm as well. I think those are probably our best shots right now.
Yeah, I think I see myself. I'm in infiltration antsy right now. Like I'm on a high. Like I just got out of the manor. Like I want to do more. You know, that adrenaline.
Going undercover.
Yeah. So
doing
either
cocaine in the car. While
Give me another target.
Yeah. So I see either just going straight to the funeral home and just going straight in and being sneaky and trying.
It's like middle of the day.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, thank you, yeah. But like, sorry, I keep hitting things. That or like, sorry, what was your agent name, Tyler?
Orion.
Orion reaching out as just a solo, trying to reach out to the KKK orgs that he has ties to, and and then like
Star Watch or whatever they're called.
Yeah, showing interest, and then like me being like his double, like tracking him from the shadows. That way, like I can follow him. Like if they drive somewhere, if they go to some event, like I can be sort of his double and try to like infiltrate while I'm hearing his conversations.
Yeah. So I have a feeling that I probably should just call the number that was on this business card.
Yeah.
Like that. This is a lead that I
Put on speakerphone. Everybody shut up. Don't talk.
All right.
So do we want to leave the neighborhood?
Yeah, I think that's the best
it's
idea.
Safe.
I think we should watch to see if they're following us out of the neighborhood.
No,
too.
I think it's a great idea. But if we want to kind of regroup to make our next moves.
What time is it? It's like middle of the day.
It's like, well, we woke up at 10 in the last episodes, and we've done something. So I'm guessing it's like later afternoon around this time right now.
Yeah, I'll give you guys like noon.
Y'all want to go? We can go find a place to get a bite to eat. And then
Get some lunch.
Get some lunch.
Sure.
We got a local delicacy here called Perkins. I don't know if y'all ever had it. I don't know.
Perkins!
I don't know if Perkins is there. But yeah, I think it's best if we maybe just find a place, check see if we're being followed, and then we can kind of get everything on paper. Maybe you can make that phone call.
Yeah,
in the car while we drive.
who's driving?
Do we need drive?
I got 20% drive.
The bare minimum.
Thank you. Yes.
Yeah, I have a little bit better than that, so I can drive. Sure.
She's a woman driver.
Oh.
Drivers can be women.
Yeah.
Unfortunate, no.
No.
It's a joke.
Hey, yo.
Jake, so while we're in the car, while we're driving, we kind of glossed over it before, but what is on this little business card, phone number? What did he actually hand me?
It's just like a website and like the name of an organization that really evokes strong feelings of like misguided patriotism.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I mean, I want to check this website out, kind of look into it. It from a cursory kind of investigation, does this look like they've got like every Thursday we get together down someplace kind of vibe, or is it like a political party kind of thing?
It looks more like a political party
Okay.
type of thing, but there is like a tab for something that looks like an event.
I want to check it out. I want to see what it is.
Okay. If you click on it, you notice that it's called
Glad gentleman.
It's called Homecoming Heritage. Or I'm sorry, I think it's called Heritage Homecoming.
That does sound pretty gross.
Yeah.
There's the only thing that's on there is like a sign up sheet. It says like put your name and your phone number and we'll contact you.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely put my cover name and phone number.
Agent Oak's name and number on there. But yeah,
Seymour Butts.
Yeah. Yeah, it is Heritage
I
Homecoming.
pee freely.
Yeah.
Ivana Tinkle.
I don't have one.
I don't think women are allowed into this group.
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
you're right.
Don't make
Ivan
jokes. You're not
Tinkle.
allowed.
I don't. That's not the same.
Amanda Hug and Kiss. That wouldn't work out. Amanda Hug and Kiss.
I don't get that one.
Amanda Hug and Kiss.
A man to hug and kiss.
Oh.
Did you not watch The Simpsons?
No, I don't.
Oh, okay.
Actually, yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Shit, totally lost my train of thought.
You're going to leave a name and number.
Yeah, okay, I am. If this is like an event thing, like leave your name here, I'll do that.
Okay.
Instead of calling them.
Okay.
Just, and let everybody know in the car, like, hey, I don't know what this lead's about, but it's the only thing I've got right now, so.
No, it works. They
might learn a little more about these people.
Let's hope they call you back. You were just.
It's right
Cody,
where it's
just
a.
move
I'm hitting a dongle right next to my legs. So
I don't
had to
know
move
about you playing with
mine.
yourself.
I've tried to
Don't do that.
Cody's got a hog, dude.
Please, are we not doing phrasing anymore? My bad. All right.
I had to move mine down, and it helped.
I think
Yeah.
I've hit it. I put it in a place that it's
Yeah.
not going to hit it again.
Straight up.
Nice tough job.
Yeah.
So if
Everything you've heard is true.
if Agent Oak isn't driving, I would probably start trying to look up that law firm, figure out their office, all that kind of stuff, where they're at. I don't know if I need to do a computer science roll to figure that all out, or
Well, no, are you just
Google?
like, gonna
Yeah, I'm
Google
just
it?
going to Google the ancillary, just like where are they located, who are the partners. Typically, if they have a website, it will list out who the partners are.
Sure.
All that stuff.
The attorney's office, the law firm.
We'll go law firm.
Yeah.
I mean, it's your game. I don't want to put words in your
I was
mouth.
like, what are those things called?
Oh, you're building.
It's called Solomon and Toro.
Of course, it would be.
Wasn't there another kid named Solomon?
I think so. That name's
That
familiar.
was the name of Judah. Judah's
Yeah,
kid.
Solomon and Judah was the people that you went and talked to. Or well, you
So
talked
Solomon
to
was the
Judah.
father. Or Solomon was the son.
Well, Solomon was the son, but you can also imagine that since it's a law firm, these are probably their last names.
Sure. I'm
Yeah.
just saying, there's a connection there.
And then Solomon, what their name was, Solomon and Judah.
Whatever. Berkowitz or something.
Yeah.
Probably not Berkowitz with this type of area, but
You do find an address. I don't have it for you.
sure. Is
Have
it
it
in
here.
Atlanta or is it a different state or?
It is in Atlanta.
Okay.
And then when you pull up their website, it looks like just like a really prestigious law firm. Like there's probably two old men standing at
Back
like
to
a
back.
conference table. Yeah, right. Like
And there's
Yeah.
like 4 words
Injured?
with periods in between. It's like integrity,
yeah,
confidence,
exactly.
victory.
Yeah.
White.
Yeah, white. Exactly. That is almost exactly the vibe that you get. Like all jokes aside, yeah, it's pretty much it.
Okay.
And you can probably tell that it's like if any of you guys were to get in legal trouble, it's like I couldn't even dream of representation like this.
Gotcha.
Like it's just so expensive.
Mm-hmm.
I have a question about the funeral home. If I Google the funeral home,
Sure.
so we know that the funeral home is in the Druid, not Glen place.
Druid Hills. Yep.
Druid Hills. Is it one of those funeral homes that's also like part of like a burial ground, like a cemetery?
Yes. Yeah. It's
All
the
right.
full deal.
So they're
A big plot of land.
big plot of land, lots of gravestones.
So like they prepare the body, they have the service there, and then they drive out back and plop it in the ground.
If you were to like Google it, you can see that it's 180 acres of
Whoa.
land.
That's a big ass.
Huge. Opened in 1912.
Do they have a kitchen for the ghouls to cook meat in there too?
That's underground.
Okay.
When did Druid? So that was 1912. When did Druid Hills get founded? It was way earlier than that, right?
You guys got me scrolling today.
I'm so sorry.
I'll find it.
I'm just wondering if it's around the same time, but if not, I don't. It might not even fucking matter. So
I'll get it for you. In a
yeah,
second.
you're good, man.
Yep.
Command F.
Yeah, so I think that's just something that would like peak, knowing that how old this area is.
Yeah, it does
And
look
how everything's
like.
tied
So
together.
1905 is when the neighborhood was founded.
Yeah.
Okay, so 6 years after the founding is when this. So okay,
But when did the top dude start to die? Is my question too.
39, I think, is when he died.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
yeah.
And then 49 was the first disappearance
Mhm.
that Joe DeWant noted for us.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, so I guess another thing to just keep in mind and like really ruminate on is this pattern, supposed pattern of
Second child.
something happening for 75 years.
Right.
Yeah, like what is going... Yeah, this is so weird.
I have a quick question for Cody. Did you say Command F because he's using a Mac?
Yes.
Wow, Cody, good job.
Thank you.
Yeah, I didn't
I actually
even pick up
guessed
on
it was that.
Yeah.
I actually don't know the perfect answer, but I assumed that it was Command F.
Good job.
Oh, nice.
Wow. Yeah. He used his his computer science rule on that one, guys. Yeah, good one. Good
Thank you.
one.
Thank you.
I didn't even catch it, Misha.
Yeah.
Good job.
I wanted to know. I want to know.
Okay. But
Watch
yeah,
me be
you guys
super
don't
wrong.
exactly even have like a boogeyman.
No,
It's
yeah,
just
we don't.
like
We-
a
we-
bunch of fucking racist people.
All we have is just like... I mean, really, our goal was to see if something supernatural happening, and we really don't even have that
No.
at all.
I mean,
Except for the weird...
smell in the boy.
The weird dead boy.
That's weird. But we don't even know if it was him. We don't know if it was.
Yeah, well, we do have bugs in there, so hopefully we can check those.
I'm sure he has bugs in there
tonight.
too.
Hey.
Hey.
Gotta be.
But yeah, we don't know nothing about this pattern. Why is it? It's not even. Correct me if I'm wrong, Jake, but we found that it's not even like a regular every 2 years or something. It's
Right. The only pattern you found was the second child.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah.
And from what we talked to the people we talked to, I can assume. I think we could all assume that they get sent to Grey Malkin, kind of like all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you have found that like everybody that you've like looked into on this list, their reasoning is like, oh, well, yeah, they're at this boarding school.
Yeah.
Does that even go back to like
48.
1948?
Well, 75 year. Yeah. So whatever.
49.
Right,
I
yeah.
think we-
Yeah.
So great, but every excuse has been going to this Grey Malkin school.
Correct.
And I'm assuming we go to the Grey Malkin site, it will show that was founded before that to line up with all of that time. Yeah, I guess.
I mean, I'm kind of at a loss where to go until
You
we get
guys
more info.
We're also like digging into the funeral home, and I sidetracked us, so I apologize. If anybody does have any more questions, we can go back. But
Yeah.
I don't really have anything. You guys are the ones that had the idea of the funeral home, not me. So I don't really know what.
Well, I had like a couple questions, I guess. Would the website ever have like obituaries of recently deceased, or was there like a roster of buried, like basically if we looked up a roster of who is buried there versus how many gravestones there are, would everything line up?
That's
Do
interesting.
sites have interment like details?
I don't think they have to.
I mean,
I don't think they do.
what if I
I
mean, how
think
do
it's
people
like the
find their
Hollywood
loved
Cemetery.
ones?
Well, I mean, like, I
You would
think
know you buried them. Like,
Well, I mean, my grandparents are questionable, so I don't know.
I think you do find that through like obit records
Yeah.
on newspapers.
On newspapers, but I think you have to submit that information.
I'm sure,
Yeah.
like to the
Yeah.
government. I'm sure you do.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's fair.
like I'm sure on site they would have records of who's buried where.
Yes.
But I doubt they would have that on their website.
Right.
Okay.
On their website on Google, you don't see, but you don't know if that's something that they would have at.
That makes
It's
sense.
also a cemetery, right?
buried in our cemetery.
Yeah. It's also like a cemetery, right? So it's not just a funeral home. It's actually a cemetery. So like I don't know. We could look at the tombstones and see if there's anything interesting there. But like
You know what? Actually, that's not a bad idea to go through and cross-reference it versus our list of the second children that disappeared.
Well, you do know that there's no death
There's no
certificate
death
for
certificates.
any of the second children.
No,
that have.
I know
they're
we
not actually
know
dead.
that, but like, what's the harm in like seeing?
like,
you mean
I see
going to
what
see
you're
if we can
saying.
like find
I see
their
what you're saying.
tombstones there?
Yeah, just taking a stroll
kind of-
through.
Okay.
I mean,
I don't think it's alphabetical, so I mean that's going to be a
Stroll.
wild
I guess,
search.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, and we probably want to do that during the day, and I'd probably want to infiltrate at night. So, like, I guess those are two. Like, I couldn't do both at the same time.
Is
Well, I guess we got to figure out what are we going to do right now.
Yeah.
so
eat
like
some delicious food.
Eat some lunch and discuss our next moves.
yeah, like if you, I like want to come with you if you're gonna do the if you can find an opportunity with the KKK. So if they contact you, then I'm in.
Yeah, if I get contacted,
Yeah.
that'll be my move.
Until then, I think like if we have time to kill, like I'd probably infiltrate at night the funeral home. I think.
Okay.
So, what would your guys? Is we know Agent Ocelot
Yeah, we know my skills.
is keen on infiltrating. He wants to get back into a building and get his eyes on something tangible. What are your other characters actually thinking about what you want to do in this? Because you guys know that at the very least, the community or something more is hiding something.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So what would your character want to do as a next step in that process?
Orion, now with the knowledge we gained that there is a kid, there's a kid in that house. His goal is to get that kid, basically. Like, he's feeling that is a missing piece. There's some detail there. Is it Henry? And if it's not Henry, why is the kid there? And why the only person that lives there besides this kid is the sister? And we don't know anything about it.
and everything.
Or the butler, I guess. But like, he feels like that's the missing piece, and it just needs like, we need a little bit of pretext. To
I don't
bust in
think
there.
we have to come up with a bullshit reason to search.
That's what I
Because
mean.
we
Like,
can't use the evidence of breaking into their house.
that's kind of like where he's thinking is like that's what he wants. That's his
Right.
kind of like, okay, now he's kind of lost, but now it's like that's the aim. That's where we need to go. But right now he doesn't have the like, what's our warrant reason?
Well, if you want Ocelot to steal a kid, he'll just steal a kid. I mean, that's what we want to do.
I mean, we can come up with whatever. Like we talked about last time. Like Delta Green can come up with bullshit.
Yeah.
Like,
have-
but like we need more info either way.
I have like a weird thought. It's weird and violent. What if
Misha
we
has
set?
a weird thought. No.
What if we set that? What if we set the house on fire? They'd have to evacuate.
Oh
right?
my god.
What is with you guys in fire? Every session you guys would burn shit.
I know. How's Tyler not come up with this before you?
Because I'm trying to be a good FBI agent.
Yeah.
I was sent here to figure out what happened to a kid.
Kids gotta go out there smoke.
It's always
Agent-
arson.
Agent Dale Cooper's like, I will also light this whole fucking town on fire.
Burn it down.
I love this town. So quaint, so honest. Let's fuck shit up.
Is there a way? I want to try to get like because I have accounting, so I want to try to get into the records of the law firm and check stuff.
Oh, Get a look at their books.
Take a like, but I want to. I gotta figure out a way to be able to get a hold of that and go that route. So that's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, could we have our handler or something like that? Like, backdoor, or does anybody here have hacking skills? Be able to like backdoor into their website.
Someone need infiltration.
So could you digitally infiltrate?
I mean, I do have Sigint. Yeah.
So I'm just trying to think, how would that work if we wanted to get that?
I have sub-SIGINT, but not like amazing.
I got 60 SIGINT.
SIGINT.
It's actually SIG.
I'm just trying to think of like how we could go about getting that information. Like whether we have our handler have somebody download it and then send it to us, or we try to like backdoor it and get that information, or if they're publicly available records, like it wouldn't be publicly available because I don't think they're a publicly traded company, so there's no way we get a hold of it.
I imagine lawyers usually keep it's a physical paper trail, and it's like on site or guarded, like in a vault or something, or in a locked cabinet. Yeah,
sure. So I think that's where Agent Oak is right now, is trying to figure out how to get a hold of those records. I think that's something she would want to look into, to like check their books and see if there's any weird payments being made. Like, where are the payments for Grand Malkin going to? What's that account? Who's that? Who owns that account? Kind of thing.
Right.
Because we have, I mean, that's the only tangible thing we have right now to go after them, is that we have a school in Michigan that's a front phone number for somebody in Druid Hills. Mm-hmm. We have tangible evidence of that. We've looked at the number. We've found that it goes to this phone there, and it's registered to somebody in this town.
I think that question could be a handler question of like of trying to get those records, right?
Sure.
We have
that might be our best avenue for a legit warrant.
Yeah, I think that's our best way of getting the warrant for that, is like, hey, something weird's here. Why is this number going to somebody in town?
Yeah.
I just don't know how to get, like,
also,
do we make a bureaucracy roll to talk with the handler to see if they can get us? Is that we want to get a warrant for? Mm-hmm. Is that issue? Because I think that's our only tangible. If there's two things, if we're going to get a warrant now, I feel like we're entering, and I mean this like in a metagame sense, like we're entering the end game of what we're going to do,
right?
Because they're going to come after us,
exactly.
And once we start this process, like, probably cops are going to start shooting at us, right? And like we're going to be tailed constantly, and like they're going to throw all of their political weight at us to get us to stop. True. So like if we're not ready with enough evidence, which I don't think we have, like, that's my only concern about getting a search warrant right now, is like if we do that, we're escalating it to a point that we're going to be in a war that is multiple fronts that we don't have enough evidence to back ourselves up with yet, if that makes sense.
Which means less chances of espionage for you. So I'm so sorry. But also, I feel like if there were like money transfers or some sort of like money like laundering, then we could go on the fraud front and still get a warrant. But I think that makes it a stronger case. But I do think that this law firm is fishy in multiple ways. Is also is there like, I know it's like a Druid Hills law firm.
Is it though? We don't know that.
It just says Atlanta.
Just says Atlanta.
Yeah. So okay, I'm going to do a bureaucracy roll. I'm going to call the handler and see if they can get anything financial records from this company. I don't care how they're gotten. I just want to get financial records to dig through.
Yeah.
So let's start there. That's a 21 under 60.
Nice.
So I'll call up the handler and I'll lay out my idea of just like, hey, so we got this idea. We're going through everything. We are seeing. We know that Grand Malkin is not a real company. We are fully aware of that. So we want to be able to try to pull the records for this law firm to see where the payments for the family to Grand Malkin is going, and see if we can find anything on that front with what that bank account is and who it's tied to, and maybe try to find another avenue. So if you can get a hold of those records, however how, I think they'd be useful for this investigation.
Yeah, and Agent Clark is like, that makes sense. Give me 24, 48 hours, and let me see what
you got to do.
And I go, wait, okay, one more thing. While we're here. Yeah.
I already hung up, I'm sorry.
No, call it back. I'm like, Ocelot here. I have footage of a child in the manor. We haven't reported this, right? Just like, I don't think we've told our handler this. So I'm like, we do have footage of a child in the manor. They appear to be, they're in their room, appear to be playing a video game. But it's in complete squalor and it smelled like death in there.
Was it Henry Venable's room that he was in, or was he in a different room of the house?
I don't know if we.
How would you know?
Yeah, we had no idea.
I mean, did it look like a child's room with like posters on the wall?
It did,
Oh yeah,
right?
yeah. It
So
did.
then, yeah. So we would assume that was his. Like, there was no
Child's
like,
bed.
there was like, because we got like kitschy shit on the wall that says like David and Ricky for our kids.
It looked like a kid who had lived there for their whole life.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
So I just report that and be like, we're currently wondering how to get a warrant, make sure that we, because obviously we want to save this kid, but we want to do it in a way that is beneficial to the mission. Any recommendations?
And Clark is like, well, you said you have video of this?
I do have a video. It's only of the back of his head, basically. He had a hood on. So I just know it is a child in allegedly Henry's room.
And then he's like, is it admissible in court? Which...
Well, in the last
It can't
episode, you said that he had brown hair, so I don't know if he was wearing.
Oh, okay. So it's
wasn't
not
wearing a hood.
Okay,
Yeah.
sorry. So we just know, like, as far as in court, I mean, I think that's debatable because there's not supposed to be a child in that home, right? So I think the fact that there is, unless they have an answer for that, is interesting and perhaps holds up in some way in terms of a further investigation.
He's like, yeah, I see what you're saying. If we can't use it in court, we can't use it for a warrant. But if you found that there's a kid there and they're lying about something, you might need to get them out. Mm-hmm. They could be in danger.
Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah, as long as you think that's, we needed a recommendation. I didn't know if extracting him at this time was correct. But yeah, if you think that might be a good idea, then we can get back in there.
Whatever you guys think is best. But I would say if you guys have found evidence of a kid being there, he could be in danger.
Yeah, understood.
If they're lying about it.
Or he is the danger.
I feel like he's a ghoul. Gabagool.
Gabagool.
Low key, part of me is like, if that is the route it's going to go, I'm very excited for Oak because that is like obviously going to trigger her personality change.
Yeah.
And so I'm trying to figure out what her personality change, because that's what caused her to become a disassociated.
Yeah.
So that's going to end up being the thing. It's like, A, Tyler and I called it from the get-go, which is pretty cool. And then B, I got to figure out like how that switch is going to happen. So.
Yeah, and I haven't really played up, but Orion's got megalomania, but it just hasn't come up yet.
Shit. Yeah.
You're doing a pretty good job.
Yeah.
I think with you talking to the handler, I think we could reasonably just, because I'm not as smart as my character would be.
Right.
But like, there's rules in the book for coming up with a legal pretext for a search warrant. Sure. I think we got enough to our characters could piece it together.
Sure.
But it requires a roll, and I'm not good with law.
What's that? What's it, law roll?
Law roll.
I think, yeah.
I got
a 40.
Yeah, you had a 40.
I've only
You
got
succeeded
20.
last time.
I went to Bob Loblaws.
Yep.
Blah, 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 blah.
You guys want me to try it?
I'm pretty sure I have 0, right?
Well, yeah, whatever the default is. So
Which
if
is
it's
0.
Okay.
All right, I'll give it a shot.
I read IO, and that's not
Yeah.
low.
IO.
It's so small.
That could be 10, but no, it's 0.
39 under 40.
Damn. Dude, 40 law roll. Hell yeah.
Thanks, Bob blah blah.
Yeah, blah, blah, blah.
So, and what all are you guys laying out for?
I think we're just going through everything. Like, we know the fact that they're lying about Gray Malkin. Mm-hmm. We know that it's a lie, that like this number goes to somebody in Druid Hills. Mm-hmm. We have evidence of there being a child there. Like,
you don't have evidence. You guys don't have any admissible evidence.
No, we have evidence. We don't have legal evidence.
Yeah, you Delta Green agents do.
Yeah.
FBI agents do not.
We don't have admissible evidence. We have evidence that there is something there.
Which would
we don't
not
have legal.
Be good for obtaining a search warrant.
Absolutely,
It would not go in. So what are you laying out for this search warrant?
This is my pitch. I want to be able to search 2 places.
Okay.
Stonehenge and Melinda, what's her face?
Dalrymple.
The Dalrymple house. Because this school that we can't contact is registered to her location. Like the phone number is registered to her location.
I think that's our best avenue forward.
Like that's our... this is where I was thinking, like, we can't... I don't know enough, but I think our characters will be able to go, okay, that's our actual reason.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We have other circumstantial things to say. We also need to search Stonehenge because of this.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I also, I don't know, like, you tell me, but, like, I feel like even if we didn't collect the video, if we could say an anonymous submitter gave us this video, clearly it's irrefutably Stonehenge. It's the inside of Stonehenge, and it shows
right, but it's still, I don't think it's still admissible.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think it works that way.
If the evidence is taken illegally, then I don't think it's admissible.
We weren't allowed on premises. You can't if they're not allowed to legally videotape.
Well, if someone anonymously submitted this, we don't know if it was taken or illegally or not.
Tip, yeah, it could,
right?
Could be vague,
right? Like all we know is that a recent video was taken of a child that's missing in the house.
But we don't know if it's the missing child.
Right.
We have a video of a house where a child has gone missing and there is a child in the house. But we don't,
So that's the gray area that in court might hold up, though.
Head.
Yes.
Right? Like there's no other child that's supposed to be in that house, and I think like in court you'd be like, can we go in and look at the child?
We can give it a shot. I could totally see them be like, oh, that's cousin. That's cousin Jimothy or whatever.
Exactly.
Jimothy.
So,
Can I call you Jimothy? James? Jimothy? What would you prefer?
Going for the warrant.
I think the best warrant we have is going for the Gray Malkin lady's house.
So he tells you the same thing.
Yeah.
Give me 24, 48 hours.
Sure.
I'll get back to you guys.
Cool.
Why not also make the argument that I'm making, though? As all I'm saying, like, is there a disadvantage to not trying for the Stonehenge?
But I thought that's what we were doing.
We as people don't need to make the argument.
Okay,
our characters can find some bullshit link.
Yeah, we're going to make the link. We're going to get a search warrant that will allow us to get into Gray Malkin along with
it.
And I was in my sort of like headcanon that I was using was Oak was saying, well, we do have like this anonymous tip that was sent to us with this kid, and we also have the evidence of Gray Malkin being a different phone number. So those two things together is why we're looking for a search warrant.
So we need to get someone needs to do a computer roll to get that evidence sent to us, so we have a trail of that to be safe.
Oh, of like
So we need to make like a fake email account, have that sent to one of us.
Perfect. I can do that. Yeah, I got
that kind of thing. Or we could send it to who's the guy I work with, James.
Oh, yeah,
Joe.
We could have it like sent to Joe DeWant.
Right.
Or something like that, because we work for a child welfare center.
Well, and I guess
so you guys are basically just trying to back up.
That's
the
also
exactly. We want to have a paper, something sort of a tangible.
That's fine. This is actually a good.
Like that.
I mean, I don't know why we haven't thought about it, but Joe's evidence that he already came up with is combined with the Gray Malkin being in the wrong. The phone number going to a cell phone in the neighborhood. That's probably a perfectly fine reason to want to investigate.
Sure.
We can't track down any of these people. They're gone.
Yeah.
So boom. Got it down.
Cool.
We've got our
That's
warrant.
a pretty good strategy.
High five, everybody.
See, I was going to go after the law firm, but all your cases are like, no, I'm like, that's a dumb idea. I like this idea better.
I'm feeling
we still go out to law firm. I think once we get their accounting, then gets a glass of Chardonnay and gets digging.
We still have the rest of the day to dig around.
Yeah. Okay. Well, for the rest of the day, what can we do?
I mean, we can try to check out
Sharpen
the funeral
my gun.
home. It is open to the public.
I mean, we could take a trip to the cemetery, I guess.
I mean, it is open to the public. And we could just walk around and we'd be like, paying our respects. Like,
my only problem with that is like, isn't the cemetery like in the greater Druids?
It's in the neighborhood.
Yeah. I don't want to be there anymore.
So if that's going to happen, Oak and Misha, what's your character's? Oracle should not go because he knows us. He saw us.
Yeah.
So if we're walking around there, he's instantly going to, if he's there.
Yeah. But I was so polite. I was so charming.
Yeah, he wasn't. He was a shitbag.
That's true. He is.
And I'm excited to shoot him in the face when I get the opportunity.
Let's do that.
I don't know if I ever cast him, but he's played by the have you guys seen Being John Malkovich?
Long ago.
No, I have not.
Never mind. It's not.
I pictured him as I pictured him as who's the director who did Hairspray or John Waters or Waiters.
John Waters.
I pictured him as like John Waters, but like more regal, but like that kind of like weird little pencil mustache.
Yeah,
that's good. That's how I pictured him.
I think I funnily pictured just John Malkovich, but like
he definitely had Malkovich vibes.
It's adjacent.
Orson Bean.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
That's a person.
Way off, but that still works.
I'm sure he's a lovely guy, but he looks skeezy in that photo.
Being John Malkovich. He's the old guy that was John Malkovich.
There you go.
Okay.
Host body.
Yeah, so I think if you guys want to go check out the cemetery, that's fine. I just don't think Oracle and Oak should be a part of that because he saw us. He had physical interaction with us.
I almost feel like I want to redact that because like
you two, you're going to have to just dodge cops.
Yeah, like I'm just worried that something bad's going to happen. Like there's not a lot of value to be gleaned, I think, by looking at the tombstones. I don't think.
Yeah, it is a little needle in the haystack, especially if you don't know what you're looking for specifically.
Nothing important really would be there. I feel
Is the mountain range that they got all this from? It's from Stonehenge. It's a park now, right?
Yeah,
That's where the Confederate monument is.
Yeah, the mountain's called Stone Mountain.
Stone Mountain.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then they owned the mining company.
That's what it was.
Right.
And then that's also where the current Confederate
monument is. Yeah,
is.
because it was
Which
donated.
Is wild that there is a Confederate monument in America.
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
we're
I
not
know.
surprised.
We should
real.
be.
It's
we should be
history.
disgraced.
It's
But
history.
Um,
Heritage, not hate.
Samuel Venable, the guy who revived the Klan, donated the north face of Stone Mountain to, it was called like the Sisters of the Confederacy or something like that.
Daughters of the Confederacy?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Who carved in a huge relief portrait of like some fucking trading losers.
Lee or whatever.
Yeah. And then it's still there, and then it got donated. The state of Georgia purchased it and was like, we're going to turn it into a fucking monument.
Do we want to maybe go check? I don't know if there's anything there that's worth looking at, but
I mean, we can go check that out while other things are happening too.
I got no better ideas.
'Cause
it's a waiting game for
visiting the law firm, we're just going to get stonewalled. We know that's going to happen.
Not Stone Mountain, Stonewalled
Yep.
there.
Well, that's going towards Stonewall Jackson, who also
Yeah.
is. But
I guess if we're not doing anything else, like I might just stake out the manor for the day, just to like make sure that they don't move Henry. Like I'll be really
Set it on
stealthy about
fire.
it and be in the car just by myself, just kind of like.
Set it on fire.
I like once again, if we have nothing else to do, that's what I'm gonna do. So
yeah, I'm thinking.
You always have to do arson. Always. If you have nothing to do arson.
ABA, always be arson.
Yeah.
ABC. Always be
Okay,
causing
what
fires.
do you guys do?
I've already said for me.
You're staking out. Okay. Ocelot is going to be at Stonehenge for the day.
Very sneaky. I'm ready to drive away if they get real crazy. I'm trying to like not stay there too long. Like basically, like I move my position so nobody gets super suspicious. I'm gonna try to be as evasive as
Oh,
possible.
they'll be on you real quick.
Well, yeah, okay.
Yeah, especially if they're driving the cars we have.
Right.
They know what our cars look like. But yeah, that's cool.
Well, I'm gonna, like for example, I'm gonna drive away, like, and like I'm looking at it from the furthest point I can to see, just to see if there's any cars leaving that compound.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Agent Oak.
Like Agent Oak's gonna maybe. I don't think the monument's gonna have anything, but I think she's gonna travel up there, take a look, and see if maybe she can find any sort of. Like, we didn't see any symbols or anything on the walls in there, right? I think she's going to go up there and try to see if she can find any more links to the Venables. Look for any weird symbols that might match up to something we run into when we start getting into the house.
Okay.
Something like that. Just any sort of, like, tangible links to what's going on here.
I mean, I might as well follow along because at this point, Orion's only waiting on a call from the KKK or our search warrant.
Okay. Agent Oracle.
I think Agent Oracle would want to see if there was any more information that can be gleaned by the KKK organization. So maybe like a public library with access to documents for the history of the town and see if there's anything that he can find regarding the clan that we are waiting on and names that are currently residing in Druid Hills. So like...
It's not like a public registry.
It's not like white
Google my name and it
supremacists.
says I'm a part of the Klan.
Yeah,
It's
usually
kind of a
keep that on the
secretive
down
thing.
low.
Yeah.
But they're not like
Former
publicly
KKK
white
Grand Wizard.
supremacist group. They're like they're a front for that, but like it's something else. Like they called it a different thing.
You could look up. I mean, we could go through, see if we could find residential history of Druid Hills, and then we have a list of last names that we could try to cross-reference.
Yeah,
if
that's
we come
probably
across,
better. That way we
KKK list or something.
Yeah, everyone seems to have like the same last names and they're all connected in some way. So if I have like a list of like, you know, the Solomon guys, they founded, and the William guy, they like founded it. But if we have like some other origin founder names, maybe that would be of use that we can refer upon later
Okay.
date.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's better.
Okay. Well, I will let you know, Cody, you're there for a few hours.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't look like anything is moving. It looks like there's people who probably show up and then leave and are probably, maybe there's an event there that day where like 10 cars might show up and then a couple hours later 10 cars will leave. Everyone you're counting, everyone coming in is going out. Everything looks to be accounted for.
All right, good.
Yep. Over at the
Stone Mountain.
Stone Mountain, do you guys Give me a search roll. And how long are you guys going to be out there?
I'd say maybe like 2 hours.
Okay.
60 over 20.
37 over 20.
Awesome.
Shit.
So yeah, you guys don't find any evidence of anything fouler than some racist bigotry.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
But we'd expect.
Right.
Okay. But yeah, nothing like weird symbols or like, okay, cool.
Right. It from all intents and purposes, you guys can tell it's a park.
Right. We probably read all the stupid monuments that they have, like,
Exactly.
founded by...
Exactly.
He was okay because he only had X amount of slaves.
Yep.
Yeah.
He only fathered children on 2 of his slaves.
Yeah. And he treated them very well.
Of course, yeah, absolutely.
But like, so we're looking at all this, and we don't find any like, this is a monument to the Venable family. Nothing like that.
Right. Okay. Exactly.
I'm assuming there's probably signs that say, like, paid for by the Daughters of the Confederacy and stuff like that.
Exactly. Everything that you
The
guys
Kiwis Club.
Right. Everything that you guys have Googled is
There. Okay.
Is there. Yep.
Cool.
And Misha, when you are researching are you researching the card that Tyler got or like the clan? Or both?
Well, both. I'm assuming that the information on the card would lead me to the clan information. So I'm guessing that they're similar, adjacent.
Exactly. Yeah. And there again, so go ahead and give me. Do you have what is higher, search or computer science?
Search.
Probably search. Give me a search roll.
Thank you, Chris, for these dice that have large numbers on them.
You're welcome.
Large print.
Okay. I did pass 53 under 70.
Oh, okay. You have a 70 search. That's fucking awesome.
I always put a lot in search because we
it's
use it a lot.
Yeah.
I didn't because I don't think my character would like.
Yeah.
That's not her strong point.
I think mine would. He's just very observant.
Yeah,
So.
that makes sense.
Yeah, yours would, yeah.
So the big thing while you are going through this research is, for the clan especially, you're coming across the name Samuel, who revived the clan with Preacher in whatever year. And you're like, Samuel Venable sounds crazy familiar, and I just can't place it. And as we see like you sitting at a desk drinking like a nice hot cup of coffee.
Super black, super nice cup of coffee.
Nice like press suit. And then we see like a hazy memory of you talking with Abigail in Stonehenge and her going, Samuel, and waving her butler over. And the butler...
Oh, dip, old man.
Oh, what?
And her grabbing some prosciutto. And then walking away, and you're like,
Oh, dip.
no.
Old man racist.
That's maybe the connection that you're remembering. But, I mean, that would be so... I mean, he revived the clan in, like, 1912. So, you're
So
like,
prodigy racist.
prodigal. So yeah, that's what you find. I can't make whatever connection you're going to make for you and your character, but that is what you remember from your successful search roll.
He's seen weirder things, so he's not discounting that being a possibility.
Right.
Yeah. Right. Okay. All right. Okay.
Hell yeah.
LOL. LOL irony. He's a butler. Irony.
Is he, or is that they would just masquerade him around us?
Or is he just a butt?
Nice, bro.
Yeah,
I
thanks.
think he's more a lure, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Agree to disagree.
Blair. So yeah, do you guys probably want to call it a day? Is that what you're...
Yeah, if we don't really have anything else to
essentially
do.
waiting for the search warrant?
Well, I'm kind of waiting for night. I think my default for night is that I might want to go infiltrate the funeral home.
Funeral home.
Do we determine... I thought we determined that we don't need to recover the bugs manually. Or
Yes,
do we?
they are connected wirelessly.
So maybe we want to review
that,
whatever...
Sure, yeah. We
That's
can
a
do
good call.
that.
Maybe while I'm sort of waiting, that's one thing I can kind of do, right? And I can sort of listen live, too.
True. Is that what you want to do right now?
I'll weave that in. Obviously, I want to be careful of my surroundings, and I'm like managing a bunch of stuff, my observations, and moving the car. But yeah, like I'm trying to like peruse through some of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this will probably be another couple hours if you're like just monitoring audio footage for like through the night.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Give me a luck roll. Just give me a 50-50 to see how long. I'm going to give you what you hear, but I just want to see how long it actually takes.
That's fair. 13.
Okay, under 50?
Yep.
That's how numbers work.
Yeah. That's how luck works.
Write that down.
Okay.
And my luck skill is 50. Yeah.
I see. So within about 45 minutes, you think like, the person I'm really interested in is probably this kid.
Yeah.
And listening to, it's a little bit easier because he was listening on headphones, so the room should be relatively silent. And then when you go look at, maybe you can see like a waveform on there, so you think like maybe I'll just see if he's like talking with anybody in there. The only thing that you hear, it's not like speech, but you'll hear sporadic, like almost like the bleating of a goat.
Aye.
Like almost like a chirping of a weird bird.
What the fuck? What the fuck, bro?
It's better than I was going to hear in a teenager's room, so yeah.
Yeah, but that's everything else you hear in the few hours that you're going over, like the one that you left in the kitchen, the one that I think you maybe left in a hallway.
It was the like utility closet.
We bugged with the dumbwaiter and the stairs that go up and down, and then we did one in the kitchen as well.
So I would say maybe like a little bit more time passes as you're listening. Maybe you like are going to the one in the kitchen that like if you think about it, the kitchen is probably not used that often. These fucking rich people are not making their own food.
You know what I mean? Every day.
Or Samuel, their butler, is probably the one who's like preparing food, and so, again, this is over the course of hours that you're listening to just mundane sounds and like nothing is going on. But one thing at some point catches your mind. We'll say later in the evening, maybe we're getting to like 4 or 5 p.m. now. You hear like you're going through the footage, the audio footage. The audio of the kitchen, and you hear like a plate smash, and then you hear another person whose voice you haven't really heard that often, who just like goes off on Samuel. He's like, "Samuel, you fucking idiot! How many times do I need to fucking tell you?" And you maybe even hear like a slap.
Oh,
yeah. And then other than that. Those are the things that really catch your attention. And other than that, it sounds like the normal goings-on of a house. Right.
Was that, I'm not there, but I want to know for just clarification. The voice yelling at Samuel was a man or a woman?
It was a man.
Okay.
Right.
And did it sound familiar? Like I've heard it from the butler, like the main butler, or someone else?
I don't think you have heard this voice before.
Right.
I honestly might be wrong, but I don't think you have.
We didn't talk with any men. The only men that talked with us in there, that was us two, was the Ashcott.
You spoke with people in there.
Oh, they didn't at all. Yeah,
you're right. Thank you.
Yeah, you only talked with the cops in that area.
Yes, thank you. Yeah,
even if you did, this voice might be so distorted with rage, you wouldn't know who it is. And it's like, oh my God, I hope that person's okay.
Damn.
Like really evil stuff. Yeah.
So much malice in the voice.
Right.
Damn. Okay. He went full Schmeagol.
Shouldn't have broke shit. I get it.
You know?
Sounds like good parenting to me.
Yeah.
3 nights without food.
Yeah. All right.
He lives with the Dursleys. So yeah, that's what you guys get from the bugs that you implanted.
The goat and bird noises, man. What the fuck?
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, that's
maybe he's just playing Goat Simulator.
Yeah.
Sure, switched it up.
Squirrel with a gun. It's a new one.
That is a new one. Yeah.
All right. So okay, that's cool. Thank you. Yeah. All right. Got some stuff, but yeah. Otherwise, I'm waiting for night.
Okay, does anybody else want to do anything? Do you guys want to meet up, or are you guys kind of just calling it a night, waiting for a search warrant, knowing that Ocelot's probably going to be working his magic tonight?
I think if anything, we'd probably text Ocelot, like, you need anything? You want me to pick you some Chick-fil-A and bring it by?
Yeah.
And be like, no, I got my military rations.
All right. Well,
Yeah, I mean, Orion would just, it's a waiting game.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
go home,
But I
feed
mean,
my
one
I'd
side.
probably feed my rat or my snake, but
Okay. So,
Feed a snake to your rat.
everybody except Cody, get the fuck out.
thank you.
Thank you. I guess.
It is the best
We'll
character.
find out when I wake up.
Yeah, yeah.
Spin the top.
Yeah. yeah. Oh, no. It's going to cut away.
That liquid D4 you guys just got.
Oh, yeah.
I did not know that was liquid.
Yeah. Well, welcome to the waking world.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I definitely was
After Ren
not
Fair.
cognizant
Yeah.
through a lot of that.
I've never been to Ren Fair. I've never,
it's a good time.
I've never had the desire to go.
Yeah, I get it. It's like
I don't. I'm going to be fully honest,
Be
and it
hot
might
take.
offend people at this table. Cosplay makes me uncomfortable.
Why?
No, that's fair.
I don't know. I feel like when I look at someone and I go,
Are you talking like all cosplay or like?
no, definitely not all cosplay, but a lot of it. Like,
Now, is it a lot of it?
40%
Is the 30% that you don't like? Is that just because it's bad?
40%.
40%. Yeah.
I would say because it makes
I guess can I ask a quick clarifying question?
Yeah,
So we know what kind of cosplay you're talking about. Are you more uncomfortable with like Ren Fair type cosplay or like anime character type cosplay?
both.
Both. Blanket statement.
40% of both.
Yeah, because I think it involves like when it's like high effort, high quality. I'm
Right.
like, yeah,
Yeah, that's
fucking
dope.
go
That's dope
you,
as shit.
go
Yeah.
you. But I feel like a lot of it's like
Low effort.
I'm gonna put like a leather strap around my arm and wear a corset. And I'm
Right.
yeah, you gotta be okay with a lot of boob shelf at
Which
Ren
I'm
Fair.
not, which I'm not.
Yeah,
Which I'm not.
because that
Oh,
is
you're
like
not
that is
okay with
the
that?
Which I'm
main the main thing is there's a lot of boob
Because
shelves.
then I walk around like this all day.
Yeah. See, I think,
Yeah,
if
so try to be respectful. Like I don't
Yeah,
want to look,
exactly.
but
Yeah.
like
I'm
if
looking
you're
at
single,
the sky
that's
all
a
day.
feature, not a bug. Yeah.
See, I was gonna say the thing that made you uncomfortable would probably be like the face obscurity, like people cover their faces with masks and stuff, and I'd be like, that kind of creeps me out because I don't know who that person is. But now that I know it's just like low effort boob shelf, then I'm like, oh, okay.
mine was being
yeah.
called we've been to a couple Ren Fairs. The Ren Fair in Washington used to be like 10 minutes from my house.
Yeah.
Like my neighbor across the street is like one of like helps out with stuff.
Could
for
not
it.
do that. I could not.
That's wild shit.
But so we would go a couple times, and I think it was like one of the first. I think I've told you the story being the lady saw one of my tattoos and was like, "That would look really good on my man meat,"
Yeah, you
What?
did. Yeah, you
and
did.
that was her reference to her husband or boyfriend was man meat.
Oh, okay.
And so she took a photo of my pirate ship tattoo so that her man meat could get
meat.
the tattoo, and like the whole exchange
Interesting.
really weirded me out.
Yeah, that's odd.
And then there was a lot of people there like, "Can we braid your beard?" I'm like, "No, I'm good." They're like, "We really want it. Like, you don't have to pay us. We'll braid your beard for free." I'm like, I didn't know I would have to pay for that. Like,
And how many
good.
do like? I know you had. I mean, you and this is. I don't know when this was. I've never seen you with a bad beard, but
Thank you.
I know that they have braided for free a lot of gross.
my
beards.
that was when like my beard was like probably like down.
Yeah,
to,
probably
like,
pretty long.
Yeah.
right? But you always had a nice beard. It was
Yeah,
well
it's always-
kept.
it's
It was
always
well
kept.
maintained.
Yeah.
But I know that there's dudes out there with really long beards that they're like, we will braid your beard for free, and it's just snowing.
Yeah, I
you
bet.
know what I mean?
Oh
Like,
yeah. No, I said that's the part that I don't pay attention
Yeah.
to is like they have like a Ren Fair after dark
What?
camping.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were going to do that one time.
Oh,
See
think
how
about
wild
it. Just
gets.
let that
What?
sit for a second. Like
No, they don't.
people come
Yeah.
with like trailers or whatever, or just
Oh, yeah.
tents, and there's a whole like
no.
mega campus of like Ren Fair goers that stay like the whole three weeks.
Yeah.
Okay,
Dude,
3
no, shut the
weeks.
fuck
I'm
up,
literally
Cody.
serious, right? Am I right? Like something.
Yeah.
So
I thought it was like a weekend.
it's like 3 weekends,
Well,
and then
it's now 5.
It used to be
What?
all of August. It was like every weekend of
Yeah.
August.
yeah.
And now
I'm
it
not.
starts in July.
And I'm not making fun of those people, but I will say, like,
I will.
You
Those are
just, You just know that there's some freaky ass,
Oh yeah,
just gnarly slapping of the genitalia going. You know what I'm saying?
When it was down the hill, we were looking at camping there one weekend. We're like, I want to see how fucking crazy this shit gets.
Yeah.
Like, I want to see the freak. Like, I want to see the freak night shit.
I want to
like-
see the freak.
And then like I'm looking at it, it's like, oh well, quiet time's at 9 p.m. I'm like, what?
That is a
Wait,
suggestion.
That's not a freaky time.
That's a suggestion.
Like, like 1 a.m.'s freaky time, and then I want to see like fucking like bonfire orgies and shit like that. And be like, yeah, this is great.
Oh man, like for all you single people out there that like the medieval scene and just want to get that dirty, check out
exactly. I feel like that's what it is.
It's dragon porn.
Yeah, there's a lot of
It's
bad
dragon
dragons,
porn,
I'm sure, out there being thrown around.
Like,
oh yeah, it's
if you have,
sex
like-
larping.
if you have like a leatherworks business or something, and like this is
You
how
probably
you
make
make
your
money,
money on it,
like
yeah.
I get
Oh, yeah.
camping out there. Like if you're like, well, I make like wooden signs with my fucking chisel. Like I get camping out there. But if you're like, I'm here to fuck,
exactly,
and get fucked.
Do you like that, my lady?
There was a cool, like there was a guy, there was like a guy that was making like chainmail, and that was cool to watch him.
Yeah,
like,
that's
go
sick.
through-
Yeah. They probably make a lot of money.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, yeah, there are people making like really cool old school maps and shit like that.
If you're
That
like
was
into
cool
like
stuff.
making mead or some shit,
Oh, hell
I'm
yeah.
sure you make burn.
Oh yeah,
you just gotta, you have
Yeah.
to understand like what you're going into. It's like, it's me and like goth stuff where like I have to prep myself going
Yeah,
into where I'm
yeah.
like, I'm going to see a lot of people wearing like Nightmare Before Christmas stuff and a
Super
bunch of
high
people who
boots.
think they're witches
Well,
and boots.
yeah,
Like
you-
that is what I'm going to go into, and I have to be ready for that. And like I can't, like I have to do my best not to shit on people like that.
yeah, exactly.
Like we went to the haunted
Live and
market
let live,
in
you know?
Tacoma.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
like,
dude, I've been there a couple
I'm
times this year.
prepping myself up. I'm like, I'm not going to shit talk anybody.
I don't
I'm
want
not
to yuck their yum.
look at
Exactly.
anybody weird.
Yeah,
Yeah,
don't wanna
but,
yuck
like, I
their
gotta
yum.
prep myself.
Like there was a strong woman.
It's a cool shop.
I got some great hot sauce
dope.
at that place the other week.
The what?
I got some great
sauce?
hot sauce at that haunted market.
Okay. Yeah, they
Incredible.
somebody was doing
Explain
dim
this
sum. It was really good.
Haunted market
In Tacoma.
Is this just, what are you talking
Oh,
about?
Do
we
you
were
know
wondering
where?
about
You know
that.
where?
House Square?
No, it's down at. It's pretty much where Real Art is. They block off a city, like the road down to Real Art, and it's just like a people just pay a bunch of booze, and it's like a haunted farmers market where it's just a bunch of like weird goth
like
people
only in
selling
October?
like. Yeah, so it's like, oh, come buy this. Like,
it goes longer than that. It's like every.
it's every 2 weeks.
Every 2 weeks
It's like-
for like 4 or 5 months.
Yeah, you want a painted rat skull? They got painted rat skulls.
Yeah.
You want a bunch of like dirt in a bottle that you can cast a spell with, or some dumb shit that they're trying to
That
sell
makes
you?
me feel like
you
I'm
can get
living
that.
in
Or like-
Portland. I don't like that.
Like there was one booth that
Sorry.
was just like carved rocks and shit. But
Yeah.
it's like little like Darth Vader in like a little
Okay.
onyx.
You can transfer your energy into it, so it cleanses you.
Or like I got a little tiny
you got to charge
dick
it.
and balls that I use as a pool marker.
Okay, yeah, that sure.
And that's
Same
kind
booth.
of that's kind of
Darth Vader
why
and Dick
I'm
Balls.
Yeah.
I'm like we only go one weekend or one day
1 week.
of Ren
Yeah,
Fair just
yeah.
because everything is starting to get ironically disenchanting because like
Ironically disenchanted.
because like half the booths are just Amazon resellers, so they triple the
Yeah,
price of what
like
you can
that's
find it on
strange. Yeah,
Amazon,
that's
and then the
crazy.
other like 25% is like shittily made stuff. It's just like, oh, there is dirt in a jar, but then I sealed it with wax, so like it's
Dude,
cool
exactly.
now.
I know exactly.
But no,
what
you
you're
could use it for your spell because that's real.
Yeah,
I put a bunch of mica glitter in some fucking water solution,
And I
and
made
I
a
put a
potion.
wax
Yeah,
seal
like
on it.
$50,
Yeah.
and then the other 25%, which are like the cool artisans, where
Yeah.
like the
Right.
leather
Yeah,
work and the map
sure.
making, those I like to see.
Right.
But everything else is just kind of like, wow, I just saw this on Amazon for $25, but you're selling it for $112. Good
Exactly.
for you, I guess.
I will say that about the farmers market. There were a lot of people who had like homemade shit there. It was really cool.
That's
Like
cool.
if you are into like Halloween and shit, definitely check it out. It's
Yeah,
really
the-
cool.
I
but-
think the haunted ones, like it definitely is a lot more homemade stuff than
Yeah,
like most regular farmers markets.
I got some good steam buns there. That was good. So,
Ooh, nice.
yeah, it was some solid steam buns.
I feel like they need to do what they need something like that that prevents, like only lets the curated like homemade stuff.
I think this is
exist.
one is it's. I think they're pretty.
Yeah.
They're pretty on top of it.
That's the- like,
It's
I
pretty
feel like
small
that does it.
community, but-
This is like, I mean, nobody fucking cares about this, especially people who don't live here. But Hempfest used to be like
Oh, yeah.
when I was like in high school. It was you can get like a bunch of different
when
glass
weed was
blowers,
illegal
like-
and all that.
Yeah, there was a bunch of different like vendors with a bunch of unique things, and I went a couple years ago, and it is absolutely fucking terrible. It is like
Right?
Amazon. It's the same people selling the same
Yeah,
fucking
like,
things at the same.
How do they let
booths
that
all
happen?
over.
It's like
Yeah.
it's so obvious. It's so obvious that
Weed's
you want to
not
preserve.
cool anymore.
Right.
Got to preserve the
legal.
spirit.
Well,
of
it
everything.
almost just seems like there's a company out there who's like, okay, I have money for 20 booths. and I'm going to pay for 20 slots at your festival, and I'm going to set up my same 20 tables spread out, and then they're going to see me everywhere. And it feels like something.
Well, also, I mean, if you could buy it off
Yeah.
Amazon for $5 and sell it there for 10, you're making profit.
Oh, yeah,
Right.
You're not putting any effort into making it.
Yeah,
You're not
exactly.
wasting your time. You're just as long as it gets there.
It's hard. Yeah, and I do understand that from the convention organizer that they probably
They don't vet that shit.
Yeah.
You're going to give us money for a table? Cool.
Right. Well, also they probably start with the passion and go, "Oh shit, this is so much work for so little money," and they eventually go like, "Fuck, I need to
And
like."
people are really willing to pay me a lot more.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
exactly. So, oh well.
Fuck them. All right. Well,
Good catching up. Oh, I got a nose job. There you go. That's the
oh,
catch
yeah.
up.
Misha
You got
can
a
smell now.
I can smell
septorhinoplasty.
now.
Yeah.
I got septorhinoplasty. They broke my nose. It is plastic surgery. If you're asking, are you addicted to it now? I am. Thank you for asking.
And your cheeks looked a little bit thinner. So.
Yeah, no, she didn't.
No, I just need to get a little filler. Do the lip filler on both
BB
top
on
and
there?
back. Yeah, yes, all the things. Get it. Just hook me up. I want to be a Kardashian. But yeah, it was definitely worth it. We haven't seen each other in like a month, just so I could like heal up. But yeah, I appreciate the downtime, so I can not be super lightheaded all the time when I stand up. And now I feel better and I can breathe better, and it's amazing.
This is a very painful process, though. Very long and painful.
I'm
so
sure.
it is tough. Yeah.
I'm glad you're doing better.
Hey,
I'm glad everything is good. So.
Yeah, I'm glad that in the end, I'm glad I did it. Now I'm glad I did it. But like while I was like healing and bleeding through my nose for like a few weeks, I was just like, why?
Did you do it? Did you do the face reveal like Batman?
No, I really wanted to. I really wanted to, but it wasn't even that bad. They didn't even send me home with bandages. Just like they call it a nose diaper, and it's just like a gauze
Fucking
thing.
disgusting.
I know.
But they call it that.
Is it the one that goes way deep in there and you got to pull the big?
Oh, well, that happened later. Yeah.
That's a whole nother. Okay, so the nose diaper is just a piece of gauze that wraps around your ears and then just goes under your nose. So if you're bleeding or oozing or
They
something,
should call it a
catches
nose
that.
hammock.
Oh,
Yeah.
that would be better, but no.
Just a nose
diaper.
bandage.
I like nose diaper personally.
Yeah, nose-
I think that's great.
But post septorhinoplasty, they have these splints in your nose that are just sewn into your septum so they don't move, and they have to be there for like a week post surgery so that your septum can heal straight. So it's just basically they go so far back into your head that you can feel underneath your eyeballs. Which,
Yeah.
No thanks.
like it was uncomfortable for like a week.
You don't say.
And I did not like every time I like moved my head, I was aware of the inside of my skull, did not like it. And so like I was complaining for the entire week, and then Cody I wanted Cody to see them take these out because I wanted to know if they were as big as they feel inside my head. And so she takes
bigger.
Oh yes, they were bigger.
They were fucking massive. Like,
And-
just for the like viewers, do you want to say it?
No, go for it.
It's
Because
like-
I couldn't see. I kept my eyes
It was
closed.
like whatever 6 inches,
Just straight
like
deep back.
in the nose, and then all the way back and curled back.
Nice.
And like, dude, and it was also thick. Like it was like this tall somehow, like an maybe 3/4 of an inch tall.
It wasn't like tapered, so it got thinner as it went back.
No, not really. It was kind of like an arch. Like it was biggest towards the middle. And this thing, when they pulled it out, it was like it was just so long coming out of her nose, dude.
I'm
That's
okay with
gnarly.
complaining.
Yeah, it's gnarly, yeah.
But I'm glad those are out.
I believe the under the eyes thing because like when I saw it, I'm like, okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Gross.
Yeah.
Super nasty.
Anyway, highly recommend the surgery if anyone has difficulty breathing. That's
Right
it.
on.
But let the
Good to know.
consultant tell you. Yeah, like for her, it was like extreme deviation. So like that's the my chart results. So it's kind of like it's probably not worth it unless you have a. I mean, you let them tell you this isn't medical advice, but like
Good band name.
It's probably only really, really, really worth it when it's pretty bad, like pretty bad. So.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Here we go.
There you go. All right, now we're done. We're done. Update's done.
Well, no, they're not, because both of my fucking fantasy football teams are doing shitty.
I'm so sorry. I'm
done.
so sorry.
Now I'm in a bad mood.
I don't do fantasy football, but you know what I do? Do the weekly picks. You ever do those?
Oh yeah, you've been loving those for the past couple years.
Yeah, I did my old work. My new place doesn't, but my girlfriend, she works at a bar, and like
Yeah.
one of her customers does it with a bunch of regulars. So he gave her, and he's like, "Here, you want to get in on it?" Last 2 weeks, we sat down together and rolled dice. Won both weeks.
There you go. Nice.
And then after the second week, he was like, "No, okay, you guys have to split up. You guys can't both do it." So now we have two that hopefully one of us is going to win.
So you
It's
can
like
just,
now we have two chances to win.
What an idiot.
Yeah, I was like, well, okay, whatever. I guess we got to pay in double, but
Yeah,
okay.
What a doofus. You can win. Okay, whatever.
I also have to say, like, because I'm into sports now, and then Jake is like my sports buddy now, even though we're not into the same sports. Okay.
The fridge. You call me the fridge.
I have the fridge. Okay, yeah. So the Tokyo division just ended in sumo and Onisada won, and I was just Cody and I were like hyping itself up, and we're like looking at Onisada t-shirts.
Yeah, Onisada.
Dude, I didn't. Yeah, it's
promoted to Ozeki, fastest Ozeki in history.
Nice. Wow.
Yeah.
There's a lot of words there, and I know they mean something, but I don't know what they mean.
Second highest rank in sumo is Ozeki. And, and he's the fastest. Like, he doesn't even have the hair long enough because they start with short hair and they have to grow it out, and they have like the mullet for a while, and so that's how you know like they're new. So when you see one in upper division with the mullet, they like are like up and comer like prodigies, right?
Okay.
And so like this guy just barely can make it in like a hair or like a hair tie.
Yeah.
And
like
he's already
Q.
Ozeki, so the quickest Ozeki in history.
Gonna be Yokozuna no time, I guess.
That's right, Yokozuna, no time, top rank,
Best wrestler.
Yep.
Right.
Sorry, I had to say that. This is the only sport I'm into now, and I'm like, Jake, I'm into a sport.
Yeah, there you go. A lot of people in my life are like dipping their toe in. Emily's been getting into F1 in the past like year or so. You guys are getting into sumo. That's
I'm diving into hockey head first.
Yeah, dude,
I'm really into
got
it.
my
That's
fantasy
plan.
hockey draft today.
Oh, damn.
I'm pretty excited about that.
So I have to plug, like, if you want to dip your toe in sumo, twitch.tv is a streaming website. If you don't know, it's for games, but a channel called Midnight Sumo will stream.
It's for women in pools. Thank you very much.
That is the most popular
and
category.
VTubers.
Yeah, and VTubers, anime, anime freaking avatars.
Hey, didn't a VTuber just take the #1 streamer spot or something?
Probably, yeah. No, that's 100% true.
But finish your pitch about
Midnight Sumo. Midnight Sumo is the name of the channel. Very good streamer. He basically just lets the sumo speak. He doesn't get in the way. And it's a great way to just check it out. Trust me, like you'll either be enthralled or not. But if you want to try it out, Midnight Sumo on Twitch.
I do always encourage people to, like, if you think a sport is fucking stupid, you have no fucking clue what is going on.
Yeah.
Like that, like even we watch curling, we're like, that's fucking stupid. There's a lot going on.
I appreciate the athletic effort it takes to do that stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Curling's fucking stupid.
Yeah.
It's a
I get that.
fucking sport.
I get that.
But I
think it's
respect
like darts,
the
though.
fact they have to. Oh, yeah.
Like, I mean, it's the same.
What about that? What about that league that's coming up? People just slapping each other.
that shit?
Oh, my.
Stupid as fuck. Stupid as fuck.
Like that's just concussion the sport.
Yeah, dude.
My friend Tito, who was my barber, he's moving soon. Shout out to Tito. He was a amateur boxer for a long time.
Yeah.
And he was like, the best way I can explain it is in boxing and in like UFC fighting, the whole fucking point is to not get hit.
Yeah.
Like that's the entire fucking point.
Because it hurts and you're going to get fucking robbed.
Yeah. And this fucking stupid slap league is like, if you fucking move, you're out, dude.
Yeah.
It's fucking
that's stupid. That is really weird. I don't get that.